A man who fears suffering is already suffering from what he fears. There is no more expensive thing than a free gift. Silence and modesty are very valuable qualities in conversation. No man profiteth but by the loss of others. The lack of wealth is easily repaired, but the poverty of the soul is irreplaceable. It is easier to sacrifice great than little things. A man must learn to endure patiently what he cannot avoid conveniently. Sometimes it is a good choice not to choose at all. Those things that are dearest to us have cost us the most. Whatever can be done another day can be done today. He who establishes his argument by noise and command shows that his reason is weak. Honesty is a question of right and wrong, not a matter of policy. A man is not hurt so much by what happens as by his opinion of what happens. There is no conversation more boring than the one where everybody agrees. Men are tormented by the opinions they have of things, and not the things themselves. If there is such a thing as a good marriage, it is because it resembles friendship rather than love. It is not necessity, but abundance which produces greed. Speaking is half is that speaks, and half is that hears. All permanent decisions are made in a temporary state of mind. Women are more susceptible to pain than to pleasure. We must learn to suffer what we cannot avoid. I would rather be old for a shorter time than be old before my time. Every other knowledge is harmful to him who does not have knowledge of goodness. One may be humble out of pride. A strong imagination begetteth opportunity. Confidence in the goodness of another is good proof of one's own goodness. A man must not always tell all, for that be folly, but what a man says should be what he thinks. Whoever will be cured of ignorance, let him confess it. If by being overstudious we impair our health and spoil our good humor, let us give it up. Other people do not see you at all, but guess at you by uncertain conjectures. A wise man never loses anything if he has himself. There is no greater enemy to those who would please than expectation. Order a purge for your brain, it will there be much better implied than upon your stomach. A man should think less of what he eats and more with whom he eats, because no food is so satisfying as good company. He that is a friend to himself, no, he is a friend to all. We are more unhappy to see people ahead of us than happy to see people behind us. Do not discuss yourself, for you are bound to lose. If you belittle yourself, you are believed. If you praise yourself, you are disbelieved. The value of life lies not in the length of days, but in the use we make of them. We need to interpret interpretations more than to interpret things. Everyone rushes elsewhere and into the future because no one wants to face one's own inner self. A man has need of tough ears to hear himself fairly judged. Things are not bad in themselves, but our cowardice makes them so. The strangest, most generous, and proudest of all virtues is true courage. He who lives not to others lives little to himself. We have power over nothing except our will. I listen with attention to the judgment of all men, but so far as I can remember, I have followed none but my own. No doctor takes pleasure in the health even of his friends. One must be a little foolish if one does not want to be even more stupid. No noble thing can be done without risks. In my opinion, every rich man is a miser. Ambition is not a vice of little people. No wind serves him who addresses his voyage to not certain port. Desire and hope will push us on toward the future. We should spread joy, but as far as we can, repress sorrow. To make a crooked stick straight, we bend it in the contrary way. There is no passion so much transports the sincerity of judgment as doth anger. No one should be subjected to force over things which belong to him.